Designs. We want to thank you and this guy for coming into our wood shop. We want to talk about the GRR-RIPPER Advanced 3D Push Block. I have two of them. Why do I have two of them? Because it was recommended that you have two. Because two's better than one? In this case it is. Definitely, guys. So, by the way, thanks for coming into my wood shop, SC Custom Designs. We don't take it lightly when you choose to click on my video and you come into my wood shop, and you're probably coming here for a reason, so we hope that we don't disappoint you, and we appreciate your comments. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell if you'd like to have notifications when we upload new videos. And so, well, let's talk about this GR-RIPPER. So Microjig makes this product. They make a lot of really cool products. I have a few of the products. I have the dado product that helps you make dados, and this comes with a dovetail vise that helps you to hold that into place to make your dados on the table saw. I mean, there's so many ways to make a thing, right? Dados. You can make them on your router table. So many different ways, but needless to say, I have found that Microjig is very smart, and what you're going to hear over and over and over again is be safe, work safely. Now, I've been doing woodworking since 1978, Jerusalem, Israel. That's where I first learned how to work with wood. Your basic saw like this here, and your basic chisels, and your hammer. That's really what we had, and we had hand drills too. Now I look around, I'm in the United States, back in the States, at the age of 55, and I have a wood shop in my basement. And all kinds of fun happens down here in the creativity. But you know, it wasn't too long ago that I came across this one way or another while surfing the net. And I'm like, what is this thing? And don't we all wish this thing existed many, many years ago? It's never too late, though. It's never too late to keep your eyes sharp out there and look for and see how our company's making our lives safer in the wood shop. When you think about a router table, you think about a bandsaw, you think about a table saw, these are very dangerous tools, but if you use them in the right way, you're going to be safe. The whole idea with Microjig, the company, a company in the U.S., is to keep your hands safe. So let's try to move along here. We're just really going to talk about things. You can see, look, I had a little bit of a slip on the ice, so you can only imagine how hard this is for me not to be working in my shop. So why not start to do some reviews? So what is the GRR-RIPPER? It is like a block that you hold to push stock safely past router bits, the bandsaw blade, and the table saw blade. Really, at the end of the day, that's what this thing is. And it was a little overwhelming for me, honestly, when I first got it. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, geez, you know, my mind couldn't take in everything I was looking at. And they'll tell you, and others will tell you, that you're going to use this in such unique ways. And we appreciate if you can give us feedback. How are you using yours? Now, as I start using this guy, I haven't used it yet. But as I start using it, I'm going to think Microjig. That's what I'm going to go. I'm going to go grab my GRR-RIPPER. So they have two of them. They have the G100 and the GR200. This is your 100, okay? So it basically has this handle which is attaches to the base unit here, and you've got this stabilizer here that helps to keep things stable. Then you have these footprints. So you have these legs that you can move this one here back and forth by loosening the green knobs, and that'll set yourself up so that you can move it in various directions depending upon what kind of cut that you're looking at making. All of this green pushing down on your wood means that you're paying more attention. You have to pay less attention to your hands actually getting anywhere near that blade. That blade is under here, and it's being held down and pushed over like this. So this is your buy-in model right here, and then they have all kinds of add-ons. Just go to microjig.com. And we're going to show you a few of the things. So when I first bought this guy, I actually bought the 200 because I like the idea of having this plate here. This is the stabilizing plate. What I didn't realize, and I have this guy set up, is that you can use this not only to stabilize more of your actions, right? So you can pass through safely. It also acts as a feather board. And we're going to show you. We had this guy sort of set up, but we want to show you several things. This guy here is going to give you even more footprint, okay, on the outside. So it's going to be connected. Let's just come over here to this one. Connected to this. And even if you have a GR-100, you can buy this accessory and you can buy this accessory, okay, and you can use them with older models, even if you have with the black and the yellow combo. So this must have been the generation and how they were coming up with the product, and they decided to go to all yellow at this point. But they're all interchangeable. Okay, so there's your basic model there, and you're going to get a lot of use out of that. Then I'm looking around, and when I got my second one, I thought, well, I'm going to get two other add-ons. We got the handle bridge kit. What's the handle bridge kit? If we look and inspect closely on this unit here, you can see that the handle, by the way, you just loosen these screws and you can move it from left to right. Where do you need the pressure in the middle of the product when you're in the midst of the project? Okay, you may want to move it over closer toward where the blade is, or move it wherever the middle of all of that force needs to be. So what this handle bridge kit is, you can see the difference. It is these two pieces here. Okay, while this is now connected to this guy, and this is going to push down more evenly, right, from right to left. So the whole block is going to get pretty much the same type of pressure, whereas this, you can imagine that it's maybe only going to push a little bit, mostly here. So, hey, you know what? There's thousands of hours of engineers' time that they put into making this jig, and you can tell they continue to talk about how can we make it safer, and how can we add on to it and give our customers their money's worth. And I'm not a salesman for micro jig. I'm just buying products, and I talk about them. Like I said, this could have come into my life in the 90s. I would have been a very happy person. But I'm not sure. Maybe you guys know. I can only sort of go back like maybe 5-6 years. But I just don't know how long it's been out. All right, so that was a kit that I got. I thought it was a no-brainer. I'm going to keep this one like this. And so we'll have this guy here. So they also throw in this here. All right, this here is something you're going to slide on to the unit like this. They call it a heel kit, I believe. And you slide it on just like this. All right, and then lock it down, and you can see what it's going to do. It's going to help. Not only can you push down on the wood, okay, you can pull the wood now with the last pass. Okay, so this here is cool. Now what they want you to do is basically trace this out. These are sacrificial, really, because it's only a matter of time that you're going to nick it here and there. So what they recommend is that you take at least a 1/4 inch, I believe it is, and you just trace this out and cut yourself lots of blanks so you have them, and cut a hole in it. So then you have that in the future. Then what I bought, let's move on to the next one. It's called a gravity heel kit. Here's the gravity heel kit all put together. And we're going to put one together for you before we move on to other items. Okay? This guy, let's just talk about these things that come with your micro jig. So you get a DVD. It's almost like this guy wants to be talked about. A DVD to put in your computer so that you can watch about how to put this together. It's very, very good. Just yesterday I was going to do a video on how to put this together. Why reinvent the wheel? It's on there, and you have the internet too. I think folks my age, by the way, I just want to shout out to those who are in the older generation. Sometimes we're a little afraid. I'll speak for myself. I was a little afraid of newer technologies that are coming out, and you know, but then you can't be that way. You have to look and see, because the generations before us were doing the same thing. They were looking after our safety, and how can we best be productive in the shop. So at any rate, one day your grandchildren are going to say, Grandpa, what's a DVD? Well, we have things that we download on the memory sticks and get readily from the internet now. The manual is very, very good. Okay, it has a fold out here that has all your pieces in it. They clearly mark the blue bag and the red bag that all the hardware comes in, and they mark it out very clearly. You've got pictures of everything, and where they're going to go, and just step by step on how to actually go ahead and put that unit together. Okay, and then they're going to start telling you how to adjust the gripper. You're going to intuitively start to figure out how this gripper is going to work for you. I'm sure of it. The longer I have this, I'm going to think to myself, how can I use the gripper to keep my fingers away from that bit right there, okay? Or that saw blade over there for the bandsaw or the table saw. This is just the way we're going to be thinking. So it's got a really good manual that comes with it. And again, you can just use the internet. The internet has everything on for you. All right, so the gravity heel kit, we went off subject, is this guy here. This takes this to the next level. You can see that this is screwed on and it's kept there, right? This guy's adjustable. Watch how this guy works. All right. All you do really is, and it's spring loaded. Okay, so you're going to, loosen this up a little bit. You're going to push in on this. I'm probably not going to get it on as easy as I'd like to. You can see the predicament that I'm in here with this brace. But then again, I'm bored out of my brain. Let me tell you what, I'm a QA guy in the daytime for software, and then I do this stuff at night. I can't do anything of the sort at the moment. So you can see how easy that slips on. If you had two working hands, it would have went on a lot faster. But see, I just turn the knob like this, and now I could actually not tighten this at all and let it loose. And now I can put it down on my stock, push it forward, and you're going to use two of them. Remember in the beginning I said they want you to get two. Two's better than one. That you can use the leapfrog method, where you're pushing the stock like this. All right. You're going to push like this. That way you never have to worry about lifting up and then coming back. You don't want to do that, of course. You can get kind of kicked back. The whole idea behind the gripper is to set it down and really secure that wood and move it along, okay? But we're going to talk about this being used as a feather board shortly. Let's bring it back over here. Sorry for the moving of the camera. One of these days I'll get even a better camera. I was using my phone. Sometimes that's going to work out for me, using the headset now. So, but you can see the idea behind this one is it's a little longer. You can see that. So you can incrementally step down like this. Or you can keep it free floating like this. So that as you're pushing the stock along, finally when you get to the end, it's just going to drop down and it's going to grab your wood. And so not only do you have all the pressure pushing this way and this way, this is going to help pull the stock through for you. So they really think about all these things. So that was the gravity heel kit. All right. We talked about the handle bridge kit here, which gives you more downward pressure across the surface as opposed to this one that doesn't have that. Mind you, both of these are the GR-200. I got a GR-200 the first time around. I just thought, why not spend a few more dollars and get the other one. So, all right, let's show you how easy it is to throw together the gravity heel kit. Hopefully, it's as easy as I'm telling you it is. Drop this piece on, drop the spring on, then you're going to take this piece, put that down there, then you're going to take this here, push that down there, and you are all ready to go. It's that fast, okay? And you know, they make these things with the idea that you're probably going to rip them apart, you know, in the journey. And so they're really not that expensive. Um, but so there you go. That's how this guy goes together. And so they ride within. You can see how they ride like this. So it's going to be a nice stable ride for you. All right, so that's the gravity heel kit. So they give you 2 of these. So I have one for this one and one for that one automatic. And then I have these extra blocks here. So we can see that they are about 3 inches, and this one here is about 2.5, a little more than 2.5 inches. Okay, so that's what that is. All right, so we're only going to just show you, I'm not turning tools on obviously like this, but we're just going to show you this configuration here. This is so wise. They took a very small piece of wood and they're cutting it in half. And they're using this extended bed here, the stabilizing plate, as a feather board. How wise is that? So let's come over to the table saw. I don't have a ton of light here, but hopefully it'll be okay. And I set this up ahead of time. Let's presume that you're taking this piece here that I joined up, all right, and I want to go ahead and just take just a little bit off. You can see I'm not taking a lot off. So we just, basically what I did is I reversed this plate because there's a hook here that otherwise they like you to have turned around the other way, so it helps to pull this through near the end there like that. But then again, you've got these two that you can configure. Don't let the looks deceive you. You just move things around until it suits your needs. You can see that I have pressure down this way and on this side. And right in the middle is where that blade is going to ride. And it's going to very safely take this through its journey, okay, through, and I can set the other one up so I can go leapfrog like this, all right, lift off, and so that's basically what I wanted to show you. And the same applies over here for your router table. You could take your wood here, and you could move this plate right up against the wood, right? And it's going to hold it this way so that you know when you do this by hand, when you're pushing it through, it tends to kick out a little bit like this. Same over here. It tends to kick out at the bottom. Especially with a piece this big, a router bit this big, it's going to want to just take that stock and throw it everywhere. You know what I'm talking about. So when you're using this, it's going to help hold down that stock, okay? Now, you look at this. They made it to come apart, my friends. They made it to come apart, and they thought about the littlest things. For example, they know that you're going to want to take this off, okay, and raise it up and down. They're letting you know they thought about this. This isn't going anywhere. It has a little black rubber circle that fits over the threads, so you're not losing these. So it's very, very convenient to go ahead and put it wherever you need that. They have those anywhere it seems like you're screwing things in, and they know that it's going to be a repetitive job, such as this. Okay, so this guy here is going to have those. You can see them here. So you can very quickly put it on and move things around. Now, hopefully I covered some things here, just to give it a general overview. Even if you just bought this, like this, the 100, all right, and it wouldn't have this guy here, this came here, you're getting your hands away from the blade. Again, they recommend you get 2 of them. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is the beginning of March 2018, and you know I'm going to be using these things in what I do in my videos, no matter what project I'm working on. The bandsaw boxes, if I'm making a gun rack, or no matter what I'm making, okay, guitar stands, I'm going to stop along the process, and I'm going to explain some tip or some trick. And please give us comments, give us your thumbs up, your thumbs down. Do me a favor, if you give me a thumbs down, tell me why it is. Because I like to learn from experienced folks that may have not that may know more, and there's always someone who's going to know a little bit more than you know. And so we want to just keep the trade flowing, especially down toward the younger folks. I love seeing the younger folks when they get involved in the woodworking. Just this weekend, it was my birthday, turned 55, and I met a young man. He must have been 19 years old that was totally enthusiastic. And you know, in my local area here in Schenectady, there's just nothing going on with shops and where people get together and rub shoulders and throw the sawdust up in the air and have a party, right? So the YouTube and the internet is just real where folks are going. But to actually be able to talk to somebody, and that's why I tend to be wordy as I move along in my videos, because I want you to hear the various things that it takes to make and do a thing. So thanks for watching. Again, subscribe to my channel if you like what you see, ST Custom Designs. And please, again, comments. Tell us what you think, what you're thinking, and your suggestions. And I go out to your site, your channels as well. And I'm meeting folks all over the world, and it's really a lot of fun. Sorry, it was kind of lengthy, but we just barely scratched the surface with the 3D Pushblock. It is highly configurable. You're going to use it in ways that you're not even seeing on the site for microjig.com. So, all right. Thanks a lot. God bless, and take care. Until next time. Again, we're putting videos out once a week, if not more. Bye-bye.